Michael Jeffrey Jordan was born on February 17, 1963, in Brooklyn, New York. His parents, James and Dolores Jordan, were hardworking people who taught him discipline, focus, and faith. James worked at General Electric, while Dolores was a bank teller who always reminded her children that education and effort were the keys to a better life. When the family moved from New York to Wilmington, North Carolina, life wasn't easy. The community was different, the opportunities were few, but the Jordans had each other. From an early age, Michael was competitive. He hated losing in anything, board games, races, or sports. His older brother, Larry, was his biggest rival. Every one-on-one game in their backyard was a battle. Larry usually won, and every defeat burned deep inside Michael. But those backyard games built the foundation of the fierce competitor the world would one day see. As a kid, Michael actually dreamed of becoming a baseball player like his father admired. He played multiple sports, from baseball to football, but basketball slowly began to take over his heart. He loved the feeling of the ball in his hands, the sound of the net, and the freedom of the game. It was there, in those quiet moments on a cracked outdoor court, that a legend started to form, even if no one knew it yet. If stories like this inspire you, make sure to subscribe to Behind the Success, where we reveal the real struggles behind every great victory. In high school, Michael attended Laney High in Wilmington. He was full of energy, confidence, and big dreams. As a sophomore, he decided to try out for the varsity basketball team. He believed he had done enough to make it, but when the list was posted on the gym wall, his name wasn't there. He didn't make the team. That moment hit him harder than anything before. The humiliation, the disappointment, and the pain cut deep. He went home, closed his bedroom door, and cried. But then something inside him changed. He looked at himself in the mirror and made a promise that he would never let anyone outwork him again. He turned rejection into motivation. Every morning before sunrise, he ran to the gym. Every night, he practiced alone until everyone else had gone home. That's where the legend of Michael Jordan truly began, not in victory, but in rejection. Over the next year, his work ethic became unmatched. He grew taller, faster, and stronger. By the time he returned to the court, he was unstoppable. He earned a spot on the varsity team, and from that point on, there was no looking back. His determination caught the attention of college scouts across the country. Michael eventually accepted a scholarship to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where he played under the legendary coach Dean Smith. Smith was known for building disciplined players who valued teamwork above fame, and Michael was the perfect student. He listened, learned, and grew. In his freshman year, he made history. During the 1982 NCAA championship game against Georgetown, with just seconds left, the freshman Jordan hit the game-winning shot. That moment changed everything. The entire world suddenly knew the name Michael Jordan. He stayed at UNC for 3 years, improving every season. He became the face of college basketball, confident, focused, and unstoppable. Dean Smith once said, "Michael was the most coachable player I ever had." That's because Jordan's hunger to improve never faded. He wasn't satisfied with being good. He wanted to be the best. If you're still watching, that means you love stories of perseverance. Go ahead and hit the like button if you believe in hard work, just like Michael did. In 1984, Michael decided to enter the NBA draft. The Chicago Bulls selected him as the 3rd overall pick, behind Hakeem Olajuwon and Sam Bowie. At first, some people doubted him. They said he was too flashy, too young, and maybe not strong enough for the pros. But it didn't take long for him to prove everyone wrong. The moment he stepped onto an NBA court, something changed in basketball. The energy, the excitement, the confidence, it all felt new. Michael brought a fire the game had never seen before. He could fly through the air, scoring from anywhere, dunking over anyone. Fans packed arenas just to see him play. Commentators started calling him Air Jordan. Then came Nike. Together, they launched the Air Jordan brand, turning Michael into a global icon. The sneakers became a cultural phenomenon, selling out everywhere and defining a generation. Michael wasn't just a player, he was a movement. But success didn't come without struggle. During his early years with the Bulls, the team was weak, and they kept losing in the playoffs. Jordan was frustrated, but instead of blaming others, he worked harder. He lifted weights, studied the game, and sharpened every skill he had. He learned the truth. Talent wins games, but teamwork wins championships. When coach Phil Jackson joined the Bulls and built the triangle offense, everything changed. With the help of teammates like Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman, the Bulls became a powerhouse. Between 1991 and 1993, they won 3 consecutive NBA championships. Jordan's dominance was unmatched, scoring titles, MVP awards, global fame. He had it all. But then, tragedy struck. In the summer of 1993, his father, James Jordan, was murdered. The pain broke him. Michael was emotionally drained. Basketball no longer brought him joy. So, at the height of his success, he retired. He said, "I lost the motivation to play the game I love." He turned to baseball, the sport his father loved. Many mocked him for it, but Michael didn't care. He wanted peace. He wanted to honor his father's dream. For 2 years, he trained and played in the minor leagues. He wasn't great at it, but that didn't matter. It was about healing. Then, in 1995, the world saw 2 simple words that sent shockwaves through sports. "I'm back." Michael Jordan returned to the NBA with the same hunger he had as a teenager. His comeback wasn't easy. He was older, slower, and the league had changed, but his mindset was still the same. He trained harder than anyone, and soon, the Bulls were back on top. From 1996 to 1998, Chicago won 3 more championships, completing their second three-peat. Jordan's performances became legendary. The flu game, where he played sick and still dropped 38 points, and the 1998 finals, where he hit that final, perfect shot against the Utah Jazz to win his 6th title. That shot, that pose, that moment, it became the symbol of greatness. If this story motivates you, subscribe right now to Behind the Success. Every story we share reminds you that greatness is built, not given. After his second retirement, Jordan's legacy only grew. He returned briefly in 2001 to play for the Washington Wizards, showing the world that his love for the game was eternal. Even at 40 years old, he could still dominate. Off the court, Michael became a businessman and philanthropist. He built an empire with Nike, Gatorade, Hanes, and other major brands. He became the owner of the Charlotte Hornets, turning his success into opportunities for others. In 2014, he became the first billionaire athlete in history. But more than money or fame, what truly defined him was his mindset. Jordan once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times, I was trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." His story is not about perfection. It's about persistence. He showed that greatness doesn't come from talent alone. It comes from relentless effort, discipline, and belief. Even today, decades after his retirement, his name is still the standard. Every young player who picks up a basketball dreams of being like Mike. His number 23 jersey is more than a number, it's a symbol of excellence. Michael Jordan's journey teaches us that rejection can be your greatest motivator, that every setback can become a setup for something greater. From being cut from his high school team to becoming the greatest player to ever touch a basketball, he proved that success belongs to those who never quit. You don't have to be born a legend. You have to decide to become one. If you made it this far, you're part of the Behind the Success family. Subscribe, like, and comment your favorite Michael Jordan moment below. And remember, your story might be the next one we tell.